Following segment sponsored by American Tours and Charters.
American Tours and Charters is your source for hitting the road for adventure all over the country. And this morning we want to welcome back to Daytime Wendy Russell, Charles Maxwell for an update on all the destinations they're heading to this winter and spring. And you have plenty of them. I mean, you got plenty of opportunities for folks to travel.
Yes, sir,
Absolutely.
we do.
Let's start breaking it down. We got some we really want to hit here. You got an itinerary coming up, and it starts with a great trip to Miami and Fort Lauderdale area on February the 9th through the 15th. That looks like a great trip. Then you got Charleston coming up May 5th through the 9th. Mackinac Island. My in-laws love Mackinac Island. May 25th through the 31st. Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, New Brunswick coming up through the summer of this year. Because you don't really want to go there right now. It might be just a tad cold.
Not big, yes.
So let's break it down and start with that Miami Fort Lauderdale trip. You still have some space available.
We do still have some space available. You can sign up as late as even 2 weeks prior. We prefer that you sign up earlier for several reasons, but we do still have some availability, and you know that's going to be a perfect time of year to get out and get some sunshine.
Absolutely.
After
right now,
February.
if you're feeling that cold in your bones, it's time to head south.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially in February.
Especially in February.
Yes.
And let's talk about the next trip we're talking about is a place that's near and dear to my heart. I love Charleston, South Carolina. It's a lot of fun down there.
Yeah, it is, Charleston. I've been there several times, and just the atmosphere.
Right.
You know,
we're looking
I
at
love
some of those historic
history.
homes, the Battery, the markets down there, the restaurants down there. It just is a great place to vacation.
It really is, and the trip is not that long. If it, you know, if you're not into doing a 2-week trip, that would be a good one to kind of break the ice. And
you can be down there in hours. I mean,
Exactly.
you're not going to be on all day. You're going to be down there before you know it.
Exactly.
Exactly. And the next trip we want to talk about is a place that I haven't been, but I have relatives, my in-laws have been there, and that's Mackinac Island.
Mackinac Island.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place, and it's just, most people like, you know, what can you do on an island? It's not a very big island, but there's actually no motor vehicles on Mackinac except for emergency vehicles. Other than that, you ride around on like horse and buggy.
A horse and buggy, and I know a lot of folks ride bikes.
Yeah, they ride bikes and stuff up there. So Mackinac is a very nice place, and some of the pictures that that you showed, like going up to Sault Ste. Marie, you know, going through the locks and everything. If you haven't never experienced the locks, it's something that everybody needs to experience.
Up there around the Great Lakes, and just see it, just taking it, because it's beautiful.
Yes, it is.
Especially in the spring and the summertime. Very beautiful there. And then, of course, heading over into Canada, visiting our neighbors to the north. You got plenty of stops there, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island. Tell us about those excursions over into Canada.
Well, the Canadian excursions are a little bit different than the U.S., but, you know, not much. And up in Prince Edward Island, very, very beautiful. And then you have Anna Green Gables up there. Yeah, so it's, you know, different, but very exciting.
And I know for a lot of folks, Nova Scotia is just one of those places that I know a lot of folks around here have Scottish ancestry. They say this is as close to Scotland as you can be without being in Scotland, is Nova Scotia.
Exactly. And then, you know, they have like where the Titanic. A lot of the people that, you know, went out to rescue the people on the Titanic came from Nova Scotia, and they have a memorial there also.
They have that whole story. That's fantastic. Doing that in the summer, because that is definitely going to be a great summertime trip.
Exactly.
All right. Let's talk about American Tours and Charters, because, you know, we were talking about that. Y'all do the driving.
We do.
You just, if we go with you, you handle the driving, we handle the sightseeing, correct?
Exactly. And you know, most of our trips are planned through, we use a company called Diamond Tours. And most people, you know, they say, well, we always do Diamond Tours, but the thing about it, Diamond, they plan all the trips for us, but Diamond doesn't have any buses. So, you know, even other trips that people may have with Diamond, you know, they use people like us in order to do the trips, but we use them to plan all our longer trips, and it just makes it a lot more easier for our customer.
Yeah,
what I'm trying
customer.
to say.
Yeah.
You got a glowing recommendation.
planners.
Our photographer editor, Brooke,
Right.
recently went with y'all on one of those excursions to New York.
Right.
She wanted to go to downtown New York. Man, she was glowing about everything from the bus ride to what she did while she was there, the bus ride back. It was all, y'all handle everything perfectly.
Yeah, yes we do. And those New York Red Eyes, actually, we have one more coming up.
All right.
We're going next weekend, and we do have a few spots that has come available right now.
Right. So if you want to go grab a Broadway show or just do some shopping, it'd be a perfect opportunity.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
See the tree and the lights and the decorations.
Well, heading out west just a little bit too, we got Yellowstone as well.
Right. And Wendy.
What's going on with Yellowstone?
Well, that's a place that's near and dear to my heart. So this is one that we did not use Diamond Tours to plan. So we're going to see, we're starting with the St. Louis Arch and then make our way that way, Cheyenne, Wyoming, a little down south of Jackson Hole, the Tetons, and into Yellowstone from that direction. We're going to go over into Montana and then over into Cody, Wyoming to the rodeo and the big museum.
Getting the true West feel.
Right.
Yes,
Exactly.
I am so excited about that trip.
And we're going to spend 2 nights in Cody so that we can do the rodeo.
You could do the rodeo? Oh, man, that would be fantastic.
Then we'll head on up into Deadwood and Mount Rushmore.
Look at that. Just look at the scenic beauty there.
The Badlands.
And you get to sit there on the bus, take all this in while you're going in, and then get out and enjoy it.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes, and we're going to include the full experience of the park because there's so much more to it than just the Old Faithful.
Right, there's a
there
lot more.
Lot
A
of,
whole lot
yes,
to it.
a lot. So we're going to spend 2 days in Yellowstone.
But you got to see Old Faithful.
Got to
Oh, yeah,
see
gotta
Old
see Old
Faithful. Yes.
Thank y'all so much for stopping by.
Oh, thank you.
It's a great time to give the gift of travel.
It is.
You need something
Certainly
great.
is.
Give them some travel.
Something to look forward to.
All right, American Tours and Charters. They're right located in Kingsport. They would love to. ToursTN.com.
The preceding segment sponsored by American Tours and Charters.